Hello. Now, we all know I'm not a fan of Jonathan Brash. I think I've never hidden that. I don't like the man. He doesn't like me either. He's blocked me on his X account. That's a fly, by the way. You know when people say there was an orb at XYZ time? It's not. We just have loads of flies in this room. So Jonathan Brash and I, not fans of each other. I do find him amusing. I find his posts on social media frankly hilarious. And what I do like about him is that he at least does engage with people. I mean, it might be flat-footed and he might get it very, very wrong. He's quite rude, but then I can sail close to the wind. He's totally obnoxious. I'd say he's quite arrogant, but again, he might interpret some of what I say as arrogant. So, if I'm going to dish it out, I've got to be prepared to accept it. But he's massively deluded. And he opens himself up for these responses. And it's like he goes, oh, I didn't think of that. Please like, subscribe and share. Share it to Jonathan Brash. Forward it on to him. I mean, he's blocked me, but he hasn't blocked you, has he? But anyway, one of his best tweets, and I'm going to have to do that thing where I show you the screen, was... He said, rather than a referendum, I've a radical idea. How about political parties list their policies in some kind of document, a manifesto, say, and then the party who wins implements these policies? Well, obviously, there's a slew of immediate comments of how you're having a laugh. And, I mean... You open the door, Jonathan, and they will walk in. And they did. And they annihilate him with their comments. But the bit that made me laugh the absolute most is one person puts, this is a corker, proof of what a pathological liar you lot are, Jonathan Brash. And then they proceed to show a video. And actually there's several videos on this. And I'm going to show them with you through the great technology of my phone. And just laugh away, honest to goodness. This one's 2 minutes and 16 seconds, but I think you'll love every second of it. You ready?
Be very unwise to believe a word that Starmer ever says.
I'm not going to rank Jeremy Corbyn. He's a colleague, he's a friend. I want to pay tribute to Jeremy Corbyn, who's a friend as well as a colleague.
Was he a friend?
No, I mean, as I say, I haven't spoken to him for 2.5 years.
In 2020, he was a friend, Sir Keir. He has a long record of making promises, which he then goes on to break.
We have to make the case for the benefits of migration, the benefits of free movement. We don't want open borders. Freedom of movement has gone and it's not coming back. I'm really pleased to be here this morning supporting the staff at McDonald's who are on strike.
Previously, you told your front bench not to cross the picket line. That was for the strikes back in June. Is that something you'll be saying to them again?
Yeah. Air quality, climate change is the issue of our time. And as the Extinction Rebellion protest showed us this week, the next generation are not going to forgive us if we don't take action. I think they're wrong. I think their action is wrong. Get up, go home. I'm opposed to what you're doing. It's not the way to deal with the climate crisis.
So why should you believe a single thing he says in the Labour manifesto, given that when he was running for the Labour leadership, he made a whole series of pledges which he then abandoned?
You made 10 policy pledges for this campaign. Let's see how watertight they are. Can you guarantee that under your leadership, the 2019 Labour commitments to nationalise water, energy, rail, the Royal Mail, they'll all be in Labour's next election manifesto?
I've made that commitment.
Will you nationalise the big 6 energy companies, yes or no?
No.
No, you will not.
I think it's tragic, not just for Keir Starmer, but actually for Britain. What does the way Keir Starmer is governing the Labour Party or conducting himself in opposition mean for what he'll be like as Prime Minister? The narrow answer is that he will be loved by the security and intelligence establishment. He is probably the candidate of MI6, MI5 and the wider defence establishment. Tony Blair was like that. But there's a bigger point which is more important. He has accepted the methodology of government, the common assumptions of the political class about how you win and then keep.
So that's the first one. So, I mean, I just absolutely roared with laughter on that one. And then there's this one.
You can't come back. You deserve better than that. Losing a farm is not like losing any other business. You can't come back. You deserve better than that.
So, and then this one.
A man determined to put money back in the pockets of working people. And that's why a Labour government council tax this year. No ifs, no buts. Labour would freeze council tax next year. We're going to freeze council tax next year. You could rip up that council tax bill because you would not pay a penny more than you paid last year. Yes, you heard it right. Not a penny more on your council tax.
But none of those pledges in our manifesto requires increases in council tax.
No, we're not planning to reform council tax.
That is what we would do in government. What is he going to do? What a Labour government would do and announce an immediate freeze in council tax bills. We're often asked the question, when you criticise the government, what would you do? Well, we're saying what we would do. We would freeze council tax. We would freeze council tax.
So it's quite hard hitting. It's you know, they're great, clever little videos. But Jonathan Brash has opened the door, and that is the response. So when he talks about the manifestos and we see that every single one was a lie and broken, then it sort of makes that argument a bit of a moot point, doesn't it? So Jonathan, I reach out to you. Let's have an actual conversation about what's going on in our actual real lives, instead of trying to do the whole big beaty the chest bit and I am man, I am MP. Get off your high horse, get off your soapbox. Let's have a conversation about what Labour manifesto promises and broken promises are doing to the British people, and have a little look on those again. I mean, I'll see if I can make the links available on this video. Have a little look at those again. Write down the key points of all of the promises that were made and the promises broken. You might need a big piece of paper